Health and safety's out the window.
Health and safety is out the window. John is on a chair and we are looking at these downlighters.
Horrible lights.
Now, apart from the fact that you need to be up here to take them down, why are you really up here?
I'm up here because we're going to be replacing these with proper fireproof recessed downlights. So we want to find out if they're 240 volt or are they 12 volt with transformers. So
because that means that will affect what we order.
They're all hanging everywhere. I mean, they're just badly in. So the bulb will tell us when we get a pair of glasses what it is. It's 240. I think it's 12 volt according to the cable. But we'll have a look and we'll find out.
Okay. Apparently, according to John, that is what they should look like.
Right, they should be.
Unfortunately, I mean that one, that's actually hanging out. That isn't even properly in, is it?
That's the way they train oil.
And then we've got that one. So John is having a look to try and sort out what's going on here. As you can see, John is up a ladder.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea, especially as, I'll just show folks this. You can see under the eaves there. Can you see that? That there is, there, that's better. There is a loose ventilation cover. And we have a family of sparrows nesting in there. But we also have a wasp's nest. And they are taking particular interest in what John is doing up the ladder.
As you... I my shirt in case I fell, because at least I could fly.
Well, it's his birthday today, so Superman is 1 year older. Let's hope we make it to the end of the day then, Superman.
No.
So, what is he doing up there? Well, he is putting our Starlink receiver up there because we had it on the ground and unfortunately it was a wee bit too close to the house, so we were getting obstruction there and we were getting obstructed by the tree over there as well. So not getting the fantastic signal, so we've decided to stick it up here. You can see we've already got a satellite dish. We actually had two, but one wasn't working. Don't know why they had two. This one is working, and that gives us our TV connection. Because we love to watch other people's YouTube videos too, because that's how you learn things. So anyway, John is putting that up, and that should take what, 20 minutes or something. Then he's got to sort out the cables and things like that. So what else can I tell you? We are obviously still living in box heaven, because it's only been, well, less than a week since we arrived here. I have phoned the local Dumfries council and said to them I need recycling bins because there weren't any. So we think there has been recycling bins here originally, but they've gone for a walk. So we've got new bins. And what else have we been doing? So we have done a wee bit of gardening. John has been tidying his garage. I'll just show you inside there. Now don't look horrified, because this is actually really tidy. And he's got shelving units now all along. And you would think, oh, that's great. It's a double garage, it must be really tidy. Okay, brace yourself. This is reality. And all this stuff, believe it or not, came from that tiny cupboard. I'm being unfair, it wasn't a cupboard. It was a shed, but it was a 2-storey shed. And all this stuff, and all that stuff, and most of the shelving was in there. So he's done not bad. He's done not bad. Now, that is Kieran's wood turning lathe, which we're setting up because either John or Kieran, or maybe me, will do a little bit of wood turning while we're here. So we all did wood turning. So John taught me how to wood turn. And then Kieran was interested and he went to a wood turning club when he was a teenager. And he's made some lovely stuff which I have in the house. So maybe when he's up here visiting, he can make us something here. So we've got I don't know, some kind of saw, bandsaw, pillar drill, blah blah blah, and John's anvil. You survived.
Aye, you didn't fly.
You didn't fly. Saving your flying.
No, I don't want to fall on your birthday.
No, you don't want to fall on your birthday. Anyway, I'm just showing everyone round your
lovely shed.
Your lovely shed.
No. Yeah.
But it's a work in progress.
Aye, come next week and see how we go.
It'll be better next week. So, welcome to what will be our guest bedroom. And yes, there's a lot of boxes in here. But this is probably one of the easiest rooms for us to get ready. The carpet is staying. And I think you can just see in the video here that the walls are a pale green. So I think they'll be changing to magnolia because that looks quite well with that colour of carpet. There are a few issues with the wallpaper on the ceiling, and I'm not sure if you can kind of see that. So John has got some wallpaper paste and will be sorting out getting the wallpaper to stick back on the ceiling. There's only a couple of bits in this room, and then that'll be getting a coat of white because I don't think it's been painted in, I don't know, 30 years. Clean that socket. I have to tell you, we took a lamp shade off that, and I have never, it was a fabric lampshade, and I have never seen such a filthy lampshade. I don't think it's been taken down and dusted since it went up. I swear to God, it had a centimetre deep layer of dust and like fuzzy bits. Anyway, so curtains are going to stay for the moment. But I think this will be a nice room. And yes, we have a lot to do at the moment. We're just trying to kind of get our feet and sort things and sort the utilities and all the rest of it. But I think this will be one of the first rooms to get done. And then once it is done, we can start unloading some of the boxes. So there is a wardrobe in there, which I want to have a wee sort through. But this will be one of the first rooms to get done. So you need to watch a future video to see how that turns out. Okay, the bathroom. So I'm a bit echoey. Right, there's a lot of issues in this room, and we've thought about it, and I think we're going to go for a complete remodel. So let me show you. There is a window inside which they've got their shower in here. So there is a shower cubicle. It's very weird. That belongs in the kitchen. But I don't know if you can see this. The shower cubicle is set into the floor. So it is a sunken shower tray. And the cubicle itself is not a full height cubicle. I do not know why, but this is actually from floor to ceiling. That is actually less than 5'6", so I am 5'6" and I'm taller than this. So we thought about, well, what do we do? Do we just get a bigger unit or what? But having a look at the whole makeup, the loot is okay. The plunger for the flush was broken, but John has actually sorted that. The bath is okay, but it's very old-fashioned, and it's got a chip, and the release for the plug, well, the plug is missing. So we have a plug with a bit of baler twine on it. I kid you not. So I'm not happy with that. I would like a freestanding bath like I had in the last house, but that means we've got issues with the existing tiling and the existing unit. So that will have to be moved or go to have a freestanding bath. This unit here, if I have my oblong shower tray there, will have to go. So if I'm remodelling everything, it would really make sense for me to remove the bath there, remove those tiles, and put a shower, an oblong shower tray in there, and I just want a glass screen. So I might do that and have the freestanding bath here. But there are firms in Dumfries who do a computer aided design thing of your bathroom. The lights really aren't legal, because you're supposed to, if you have like a light over your shower or in a shower room, it is supposed to be of a special glass, so that if the glass explodes, it doesn't come down in you in a bath or shower. There is an extractor, so there is a radiator, and the central heating works really well, guys, but I think we have to look at the big picture with this room. So this is a major change. So when I have time, maybe next week, I shall go and see the bathroom design people. As you can see, John is having a look at the cattle grid this morning. And to be perfectly honest, we've just had the discussion about whether we actually need a cattle grid or not. So we've got a set of gates there. I think they'll end up being electric gates at some point. And I think the cattle grid might go for recycling. I'm sure John will use the steel. And we'll probably fill the void with concrete. But at this moment, because we've got to access out into the road and into the property, we need to keep the cattle grid here. So John is making it safe, because it was really all over the place, and if you put your foot down in between the struts there, you would risk having a broken ankle. So you've cleared out underneath, sort of, and you've realigned these slats. I see you've still got a couple to do, but they're more or less now, well, these bottom ones are in the place that you want them to be. And that's a little generator, so we've got power out here.
Cut that one as well. Then we can get them moved in. These bits is only stopping them from moving. And then we get a cable round and get a welder. Doesn't stop, eh? Doesn't stop. Just another day.
Another day in paradise.
Fortunately, I can't sort it.
So as it's a bit of a slightly rainy day this morning, I have cleared all the weeds out of this path, and I'm glad I did it. It means we can use it. That was a whole barrow of weeds. Discovered a new little secret stair. Although, as I said, everything needs cut back. Everything needs cut back. But discovered an outside tap that works. Cleared all this as well. And you can see we're a ground to a halt. So, I'm actually not going to weed any more today. A change is as good as a rest, as they say. So, I'm doing a little bit of paperwork. Letting everybody know we've moved. Morning, John.
Morning. It's new kitchen lights time. You can't have these ones up there. They're just
okay.
Fire hazard.
So you have popped them out their little socket bits.
We'll get another two to put in here just to make it right.
And we'll get two new ones to put in.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So, I see the holes aren't very neat.
No, I think they chiselled them.
Oh no.
I don't think they drilled them.
Okay. Okay, so you have disconnected the horrible lights.
The horrible lights are done.
That is the horrible hole as
Yeah.
made by a total amateur.
That's my neat hole.
That's the very neat hole that John has made using
Using that little core drill.
a core drill. Let's see your core drill.
60
So that's much better. I mean,
No, I think the chisel day one's out.
I think I'd rather have that than that. So it's coming on. What are those purple things you are fitting?
That's the connectors.
That is the connectors. And they go and they sit up in the void.
Yeah, I've got in the void and then the light will plug into there.
Jolly good. So you're nearly done then?
This is the last one. So, these are sealed units, these ones. But on the back, we have a choice of 6 watt or 4 watt. And have so many candle powers, I can't remember what it starts at. 6,000, 4,000, 3,000. So we're going for the middle, but we're going to plug them in and see how they are, and then we might increase the wattage of them, we'll let you know.
Yeah. So that's one. So what we'll do them all and then have a look and see how bright it is.
Yes.
Right.
And then we'll see if we need to increase it. I don't think we will. No way it lights in the kitchen.
And because these are sealed units,
I know, go.
if one goes,
Fine.
you need to just replace the whole thing. It's not a case of taking the bulb out.
No.
No.
But it's like 50,000 hours.
So the wooden spoon is to move the insulation that's up there.
It's just to give it a wee bit of room. Don't film me snaking my fingers.
Perfect. So that's a lot brighter and a lot safer now. So, yeah, quite happy with that. Makes a big difference. Moving on to the next job.